What is up, you guys? I was just about to go to sleep. It's literally just after midnight, but I got the inspiration from somewhere. It said, hey, shoot this video and post it. I'm gonna just create this video and then go to sleep, and hopefully I can then go to sleep easy and not have any more random thoughts pop into my head. This video is for the guys who have not been able to achieve the goals that they want. I'm of course talking about in the physical realm, but this actually relates to pretty much every other aspect of life as well. And whether that's going to be fitness, finances, relationships, it all comes around this core underlying concept, which is you gotta have a fucking plan. You need a plan that works. Because, and I know it might sound silly, but the reason I'm saying this is because of the 10 years that I've been working with people, 95% of them have never had a plan. They don't know what it is to have a plan, and they just show up and hope for the best, which is great. I think it's the energy that we should all have, just hope for the best. But if you want to be realistic with yourself, when is the last time you just showed up somewhere and got $1,000, or you went to the bar and got 10 numbers, or you just went to the gym and lifted 300% more than you ever lifted before? Like, doesn't really work like that. You usually have to work your way up. You need to have the skill sets and development and everything. In this video, I'm going to break down everything that you need to do tonight or today or whenever you're watching this video to see the results that you truly want. And I'm going to bring you, and I'm going to give you some actionable steps that you can take. It's that way you can see the results as quickly as you can. Let's get right into it. So we're going to start with creating your plan. Now, as I mentioned, most of the people who I speak to do not have a plan whatsoever. So let's actually zoom out to what your life should look like. So the Easter egg here is that you don't have not just a plan, but you don't have the scope that you should have with whatever your goal is, right? Whatever you want to achieve, you are here now without it. Let's just put a line here. You're here now without the goal, and you want to get to here with the goal, right? But from here to here is the journey, right? And as you go through this journey, you need to develop a certain level of skills, awarenesses, connections, whatever you need to make it a reality. Let's actually map that out. Okay, so let's look at the year, right? It doesn't matter where we are in the year when you're seeing this video. The whole point is that this is the year from a bird's eye view. This is the scope I want you to have. You have 12 months in the year, okay? Unless you live somewhere else and you have some other random duration of time. You have 12 months in the year, and you already know that whether you're in January 1st and you're doing a New Year's resolution, or you're in May or September, doesn't matter where you are. What you should do is map out what the next 30, 60, 90, and let's just say 100 days from where you are today, and then reverse engineer the process from you having achieved the goal to what you would have to do to have made that goal a reality. Because either way, the 30, 60, 90, 100 days are going to come and go anyway, but will you be closer or not is the ultimate question. And that comes back to just having the scope of, this is again where I'm at now without what I want. And that's okay, because I know that as I go along the path, I will get what I want. And so therefore, everything that I do and have to do along the way will be worth it, because it's the means to the end, right? Let's come back. So while you're looking at this bird's eye scope, I want you to think about what it is you want, whether it's more income, better health, better relationships. Let's map out 30, 60, 90 days here. So again, it doesn't matter where in the month, where in the year you are. You can literally start this process right now. You can take out your calendar while you're watching this video and plug it in. And I think the calendar is an excellent tool right now, because pretty much everyone, especially if you're in a modern society with Wi-Fi, you have a cell phone, okay? And on that cell phone, you have a calendar, you have notes, you have these tools and resources at your disposal that you can use to make your life easier. That's the whole goal. Use this to make your life easier. So what I want you to do is, in your calendar, you're going to map it out, and we're going to kind of go over a little bit of it together. So first, what is the goal? What is the plan? What is the goal that's going to make your plan a reality? A typical goal that most people have is, I want to lose fat and build muscle. Easiest goal. This is my bread and butter. It's what I've been doing for the last 10 years, and I hope to do for the next 100 years. I'll be alive forever. So build muscle and burn fat. And what that takes is consistency, it takes a plan, and it takes a little bit of you got to push yourself more times than not to make it a reality. Let's zoom in, right? Let's just zoom into a specific month, because what you have to realize is everyone's life is different. And this is kind of where it comes into understanding the scope, right? And this is why people work with me and have been my clients for as long as I've been a coach. I've been a coach for over 10 years. I've had clients for over 10 years. I was just realizing the other day, like, dude, that's a long time to be working with someone and to have that relationship. And anyway, I'm going off track. So you have your month, right? Whatever day of the month it is, doesn't matter. What we're gonna do, however, is zoom in to the week. So typically, what I do with my clients is I have them map out what their weeks and months look like, with the goal for the month, the goal for the week, and etc. So what we end up having is the macro scope, which is the larger time frame. You have the meso scale and then you have the micro scale. So micro, meso, macro. As an economics major, that actually really stuck with me, having that understanding of the micro, meso, macro, and how each has kind of interplays with each other. But that's the scope specifically that a lot of people don't have. So let's kind of break it down here. So if you look at the year, let's call that the macro scope, right? That's the macro scale. You've got 12 months in a year. If you want to, and you can break it down technically however you want, but for here, let's just say every 3 months is a quarter, and that's the meso scale. And every month or every day within the month is the micro scale. So let's just jump into any month. It really doesn't matter where we are, but I have some notes here. So let's say you're in May and you want to build muscle and burn fat. My general recommendation would be to start a resistance training program, a program that will help you to destroy your muscle and therefore allow it to repair and become back stronger, and do it so in a manner that you will see consistent results. Now, the intensity and the duration, all that stuff can be figured out later, but what needs to be figured out is what your frequency can be on a consistent basis. If you don't have that, everything else is not really there. Don't put the horse before the carriage. You got to put things in order. So first and foremost, figure out what your lifestyle is like, what work is like for you, what you consistently, realistically commit to. So I generally recommend to most people to do at least 3 days a week. It's like the minimalist training approach to maximize results, right? You will see results. I've been doing this for myself, and I recommend it to all of my clients in the beginning. As you move forward, you get more, if your schedule, even ultimately, see if your schedule allows for it. Most of the people I work with are busy. They got jobs, 2 jobs. They got kids, 2 kids. They got wives, 2 wives. I'm kidding. So the point is, most people don't have 3 hours a day to be in the gym. And most people have like 45 minutes. That's what I do currently. I do about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour of workouts. And that allows me to see the results I want. Now, let's get back to what the schedule should look like. So, say you have a 9 to 5, right? Let's zoom it in. I already plugged in a couple days here, and we can expand on this. But specifically, on Monday, it's the start of the week for most people. You got to get to work, and you have to commute to work, right? So say you have to commute for an hour to get to work. Some people do. I've spoken to a lot of people who commute a lot. I say, no problem, cool. That means you got to wake up at this time to then do your workout. Now, again, figure out what works for you. Are you eating in the morning? Are you going to work out in the morning? Do you do your workouts in the evening after work? If you do, your workout in the evening will be around 6 to 7. The gym is busy, you might be tired, but maybe you love the evenings. Maybe you're not a morning person. I personally prefer mornings. I have the energy to go take on the rest of the day, unless it's legs, and then I can't do anything the rest of the day. Anyway, this is based off of a 3-day-a-week split. Specifically, as you can see, you got Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You rest on Saturday and Sunday, and then you do the same thing again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So again, as you guys grab your calendars, right, you're going to put in what time you wake up. That's the first thing. What time are you supposed to wake up to be a productive citizen, right? So I know some people don't have jobs. They don't wake up at any time. They wake up whenever they want. And at the same time, if you have a goal you want to achieve, you need to be getting after it. I don't believe in trying. I believe in either doing or not doing. You're either getting closer to your goal or you're getting further away from your goal. The choice is ultimately yours. So, because you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that your goals are important to you and you want to see them become a reality sooner than later. So look, let's get into it. You're in your calendar right now, putting in when you wake up every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Maybe you sleep in a little bit, right? So wake up at 6 a.m., Monday through Friday. You know you have to commute to work, so you have to leave by 7 to get to work. Sorry, you need to leave by 8 a.m. to get to work by 9, right? So if you wake up 6 to 7 to 8, you got 2 hours now in the morning that you can figure out what to do. Now, if you have breakfast, that breakfast should not be an hour, but say it is. You have the gym, that should not be an hour, but say it is. Maybe the gym is an hour and breakfast is an hour. So you want to shower, you want to do yoga, meditate, do your morning routine, cool. 2 hours in the morning to set yourself up for success. Now, if your goal is weight loss, you'll be able to burn at least 500 calories in that hour. If your goal is to build muscle, you'll be burning around 300 calories, but you'll be building muscle. And ultimately, you'll be putting yourself in a deficit starting out early. Now, we can have a whole nother video about what you should be eating to be in a caloric deficit, and we'll talk about that at another time. But I really want to have this concept hit home: the scope of the macro, meso, micro, and then ultimately using your calendar. Okay, so you have Monday through Friday mapped out. You know, you're resting Tuesday, you rest Thursday, maybe do some yoga, do core, maybe walk a little bit, active rest, right? If you're really trying to get after it, yeah, let's throw an active rest in there if you're really trying to get after it, right? Because that's what I would do. And that doesn't have to be anything intense, but just that. Do your work 9 to 5 and you commute back, and you have your workout 6 to 7. If you're an evening person, cool. What's going to end up happening is, as you go through this day after week, as you go through this week after week, right, you will start to accumulate days. You guys get the idea. It's not working the way I want. But either way, you will start to accumulate days here. You will start to see the changes happening pretty quickly, because now you went from, for example, not working out at all to now getting about 12 workouts in every month. And when you look at it like that, that's not that much, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, right? For example, if every 4 weeks, you're getting 12 workouts in. Now, one of the things I actually hate hearing is that I don't have enough time to work out. And to those people, look, I get it. You have a lot on your plate. I'm not going to act like you don't. What I'm going to say is, stop making excuses, start making results. I have, in my 10 years, not had a single client, except for maybe one, who just didn't have that schedule line up the way he wanted it to so he can get the results he wanted. Most times will tell people just wake up a little bit earlier, but I think his circumstances, he has 2 toddlers and 2 kids who are both like really young, in that young age, 2 months, 3 months, their sleep schedule's crazy. And for those circumstances, what I usually say is, within weight loss range, you can always eat appropriately. Of course, with muscles, you need to give them the resistance they need to see results. However, for him, I told him to do a couple push-ups and squats, some band rows every day, just to keep your blood pumping and the muscles full-ish, right? And it's a temporary thing, and it's for 2 beautiful, healthy children, so I understand it. You still have to work, you still have to do other stuff. However, for the most part, you have enough time. It's just a matter of your priorities. Do you need to watch the movie every night? Do you need to go to the game or watch the game? What are the things that you're doing that you don't need to be doing is a question that I have for you. Let's come back to this. So for those who are not currently on a plan, this is something that you should absolutely implement. After you have mapped out the times you're going to wake up, you've mapped out the days of the week you're going to go to the gym, you can now determine what kind of split you're going to do. Is it going to be a push-pull legs, which I recommend, or is it going to be a total body, total body, total body? Especially if you're a beginner, that's totally fine. However, the number one thing I want you guys to take away is it is this single thing that I have found in my 10 years of experience working with people that they don't have this scope. And this is the scope that is necessary for you to see the results that you want. Even if you had a shit plan, shit approach, if you can do this consistently, you will see results. As long as you're at least applying progressive overload with a shit plan, you will still see results because you're consistent and you're progressively getting stronger. Let me know what you guys think. I am gonna go to sleep now. This is a cool little video that I shot for you guys, and I do genuinely hope it helps. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know. I literally do this for a living, so if you guys want me to help you, we can chat on the phone. I'll leave a link in the bio down in the description where we can talk about what your lifestyle is like. We can talk about what challenges you're having or how long your commute is or whatever, like mapping out the groceries that you need to have. We can map it all out. I'm gonna go to sleep now. It's been a pleasure chatting with you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Good night.